Yat etine masananishne. This is Navajo Grandma, and we are going to have a really nice lesson that Grandma learned on her own, which is called Navajo Grandma Relaxation Technique. It's a general anxiety management, okay? Boy, does that sound familiar. So, you need to know one thing about the muscle relaxation. Therapies have been as effective as cognitive interventions directly addressing and defining symptom worry. We'll carry on about this just a bit. Now, stress is good, but if it's chronic, it's not. How it reveals itself is by when it's exhibiting elevated muscle tension or affecting our respiratory. And just for a moment, Grandma used to hyperventilate. I had a horrible marriage. I had 7 children. I had a horrible marriage to begin with, and I couldn't understand relationships could end up like that. But anyway, so then I ended up in a divorce situation with 7 children, and it was awful. No child support, no food, no money coming in, no nothing, and didn't know if we were going to be sleeping on the bed or out there in the sticks. So, it's kind of sad, but that's what happened. And so I had to learn how to do these relaxation techniques to help me. It does relieve stress and tension, and to help you stay calm even when life is not right. Well, guess what? Welcome to the world of stress. Stress is normal, okay? Chronic is not. If it keeps happening, consistently, it's not. No stress is a part of life, and it can be handled. And basically, sometimes it's a mirror talking to your friends, doing, all kinds of things to try to give yourself an outlet. Here it is, have a healthy outlet. Now, sometimes people take, medication, drugs. I know they tried to push that on me. I had postpartum horrible experience trying to deal with that, and they pushed drugs on me, and I would not. Eventually, I started running, and I noticed that it helped. And I used to run 6 miles a day, morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, afternoon at 6 o'clock. And I'll tell you, that was my medicine. Also, you need to learn about stress, and because stress is healthy, okay? It's not bad, but it can go out of control. And then remember this, stress is manageable, okay? Boy, talk about somebody who knows it all. Guess what? Grandma does. If anybody has a testimony of that, I do. Now, you do have power over stress, okay? You're not left to yourself. And some of the things and the ways that Grandma, this is my strength, and I'm just telling you how I overcame it. Through prayer, talking it out, walking and running, which I didn't put in there, but there are relaxation techniques, and to know that you're not alone in being stressed. There are some things that happen whenever you have stress. You're peeing a lot when you're stressed, but that doesn't help your kidneys. You end up, tightening yourself, and that's what the cause of not breathing properly. You can get high blood pressure by not giving yourself an outlet, and that's not good. Your thoughts are another thing. Your thoughts, worried, oh, I'm gonna die, I got this, I got, all kinds of stuff. You end up sometimes injuring yourself. And when you talk to somebody, they can kind of bounce that back at you and say, I think you're really taking this, or they can help you. Sometimes just talking it out. So now, this is I'm going to tell you the procedure. First of all, you lay down in a comfortable, uninterrupted situation. on your bed or whatever. This is just to learn this, okay? You can do this. You don't have to do this on the bed, but that's how you learn. You make sure you turn off your cell phones, you lock your doors, and you tell your family to leave you alone. I'd say for an hour or so, or if not a half hour. And know this before you start. You cannot think of two things at once, okay? Remember, that is really important. You need to know that. You can't think of two things at once. Now, plus, guess what? It's very easy. You start with your feet muscles. Now, I'm going to show you the 6 different muscle groups that you're going to work on. And I'm referring to when you start with your feet muscles and your calf. That's the first group. And what you do, it says, do the following all at once. You tense your muscles, you tense your foot and your calf muscle. While you're tensing at the same time, you take a deep breath through your nose. Okay? And then, after you do that, okay, basically, Grandma has this upside down. You count to 8, remember? You tense your feet, you take a deep breath at the same time through your nostril, and then you count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you exhale. Now, while you're exhaling, you're relaxing your feet and your muscles at the same time, okay, as you exhale. Then, that's what I said. Then slowly untense your muscles together as you exhale through your mouth, and that it's a controlled exhale. It's not, you have to go, okay? And that's it. Now, sounds simple? Well, it is. After you finish, you should be calm. Sometimes you're sleepy. Now, I did this for my children. Sometimes whenever they were antsy and didn't want to listen, and they loved to do this relaxation technique, they'd all lay in a circle, and I'd make sure there's a pillow and a blankie there, because I knew as soon as they finished, they were out cold. 10 out of 10. This thing relaxed them. And it was wonderful, and they always woke up feeling good. Now, you can do this as often as you wish and you need. And you can, once you know how to do this on, laying down and understand what you need to do, you can use this while you're driving, while you're shopping. It doesn't matter where you are. You can do this quietly. And you can do it while you're on a flight, on an airplane. And, sometimes it's not fun to go through that. So basically, that's it. Now, I'm going to show you here. These are the different body parts that I'm telling you about. Here's your feet and your calves. That's your first body part you tense. And the next part is your thigh and your buttocks. I hope you know where your thigh and your buttocks are. If not, go to your kinesiology book. Then the third group is your stomach, okay? The fourth group is your chest and your neck, okay? And the fifth is your hands and your arms. And the last is, guess what? Your face, okay? So now I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to do this right in front of you. Let's do okay, let's see, because I'm going to need to count to 8. Now, I'm going to do my neck. Oh, I don't know. Let's do Grandma's face. It's going to be an ugly face, so watch out. Hide. But anyway, so here goes. Now, Grandma's going to inhale through her nose as she squinches her face. Then I'm going to count to 8 on my fingers, okay? So here we go. Did you see what I did? I squinched. I took a deep breath, and then I relax my face. Do you see? So it's very simple. You do that with your feet. You tense your feet and your calves. Count to 8, and and you take a deep breath with your nostril. Count to 8. Relax. Exhale, very controlled. Okay. Next is your thigh and your buttocks, your behind. You can do that. Okay, and tense that up, and do the same thing. Count to 8. Inhale. Count to 8, and exhale. The next group is basically your stomach. Tighten your stomach and inhale through your nose. Count to 3, count to 8, and then once you finish, you exhale and release your stomach muscles. Do the same thing with your chest and your neck. And you go like this. Okay. And then do the same thing. Take a deep breath while you're doing that. Count to 8 and slowly relax, okay? Now, then your arms, you do your arms and your hands. Clasp them tight. Take a deep breath, the same thing. Inhale, then slowly, when you're exhaling, relax your arm and your hands. Same thing with your face, just like Grandma did. So these are strengths. I want you to practice this. You might think this is so dumb and silly. Good grief, Grandma. No, it isn't. It's powerful. It's empowering, and it helps you. It helps Grandma. And it helps me to deal with the stress. If anybody knows stress, you all, every one of you, 17,000 know what Grandma's went through. And I just want to share how to care for yourself. I want to thank you for watching this video. I pray. You know, when Grandma had problems, I did the first thing. I did not just pout and sit home and think, good grief, I'm, down, oh, poor me. No, okay, I asked for help. When I went to you, I asked for help because I knew my kids couldn't do that. So then I went to my family. Then I heard a lot of rescuers, and Grandma had to do her relaxation techniques. There's another thing that you do. You need to serve. Anytime I had problems, I served. I found people in my neighborhood, at my church or whatever, and I asked the leaders, who needs some help? I didn't care if I washed dishes, crap. I didn't care. I swept their floors. I washed their floors. You know what? Because it got my psyche off of me. And I thought of somebody else, and it healed me. This is how Grandma these are the strengths. Instead of sitting in the corner or popping pills because you wonder how come it's not working. Well, guess what? It's not going to help. At least I know that. Now, if you have to do it and it's for you, I can't say anything about that. But my approach is that you do it naturally. Give yourself strength, and voila. It worked for Grandma. Look how old I am. I'm still alive, haven't died of stress, and I was able to vent, okay? And I think I did it constructively. And I'm doing it now. I'm moving forward. So is Grandpa. And look at the stress. I got to take care of two people. Grandpa could take care of me, but he can't even do it anymore. So there's a lot of things in this world that you and I, even if we're out and homeless, go do the relaxation techniques. Go running, go jog, go help somebody. I don't care. Sweep their yard. Do something. And if they give you a meal, yay. So Grandma's going to stop talking about that. I'm going to tell you, I love you. I just want you to know that we're going to be okay. And thank you for this hotel that we've stayed in. And we've been very blessed. I've had a bed. I've been able to squish my pillow and squish Grandpa and know that his foot is near, and that I'm still answering your comments. I love your comments. I love the things you suggest. Now, I'm not going to do all of them, but I love you, and I want to hear what you say. I'm trying to be I answer them the best I know how. And you know what? Grandma's not a psychologist. She's not a doctor. She's not a, a shaman. I'm just Grandma. I am Navajo Grandma. I am a grandma. And these are all the years of my life I learned. I'm sharing with you. So know I love you and thank you so much. Yeah. 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 I thank you so much. I love you. And Grandma prays for you too. And I pray that we'll move forward doing even these little silly exercises that you might think are, oh, good grief. So no, they're not. They're powerful. They're empowering. I forgot to tell you, before you lay down and do all this stuff, take off your earrings, your jewelry. Grandma didn't do that. All your jewelry if you can, your wedding ring, leave it on, whatever. And just relax. So that is what Grandma's sharing with you. I love you. Hug